I got my own ship.
You get your own ship.
I got my own ship.
You should go to space.
It's my lifelong dream to have my own ship. And what a ship it is. I'm already in space, actually.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil anything here.
Oh, man. Yeah, you just did.
I've already been to space.
There's space. Space exists. Spaceships exist.
That's space. I am floating in it.
There's a lady.
Got a mostly affable AI shipboard computer lady helping me out here.
Yeah.
Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear?
How about...
Two atoms were strolling through Roseway when one of them exclaimed, "I think I lost an electron." "Really?" the other asked.
Oh,
"Are you
boy.
sure?" "Yes, I'm absolutely positive."
And that's the Outer Worlds. Was the PlayStation 4 version,
I'm
right?
playing a Spacer's Choice advertisement jingle.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice.
My pleasure, Captain.
This is nothing against this game. I never want to hear that jingle again.
I'm at the
Just because Spacer's Choice is the first corporation you encounter.
Yeah.
So you hear it a lot.
I'll be here.
Let's,
I like it though, because
it's
the
fine.
employees get it so drilled into them that they're always saying like, remember, it's not the best choices.
Yes. Yeah, here in the, everybody has been so ground under the boot of space hyper-capitalists, oligarchy here in the Halcyon system that, everybody's contractually obligated to spew their company's motto or sales pitch even when they lay dying.
Of course. So yes, this is a PlayStation 4 Pro we're running over there.
PS4 Pro version of the Outer Worlds.
Yeah.
I was just going to say...
that is where the game will cost money.
Yeah, yes. I guess if you're on a PC, you could just get Game Pass or on an Xbox One.
Yeah.
I was just going to say... I am revered by Spacer's Choice. That's why I tend to go to their vending machines to sell my stuff.
Oh, I never even thought of that.
Yeah.
I knew that vendor thing happened. I just never. I never
think
put together that the vending machines also had corporate affiliations.
Yes, they
totally do.
They absolutely do, and they play the jingle every time you buy or sell. So the
well, then
Outer
that's on
Worlds,
you then if you are hearing that too much because
Hey, man.
you're deliberately going to their vending machines.
Everybody needs to maximize revenue, and I mean everybody.
Okay.
So yeah, this game is a first-person RPG from Obsidian, makers of Fallout New Vegas and Alpha Protocol, and a bunch of other games. You can probably tell roughly what kind of game it is. You got companions. I have my own ship.
Yeah.
Talk to people.
Yeah, so this is my hidey spot now. I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen would be louder than the hold, so here I am.
Parvati is a great character.
Yeah, Parvati's great. Probably my favorite of the companions.
Considering how hard Mr. Hawthorne ran it.
The priest is pretty good too.
Yeah.
A2
He's a real dirtbag.
Yeah, he's a filthy guy.
Yeah. Didn't change the stock engines. Probably a touch underpowered, huh?
Accurate in all particulars. I conclude you are Edgewater's board certified.
I actually think Ada is one of my favorite characters in the game.
Ada's all right. Yeah.
Your user preferences have been updated, Captain. In the event we are about to crash into an asteroid, I will remain silent.
You.
Hello. I am not a board certified mechanic.
All right. Well,
speech recognition is one of.
Let's
Let's
get to the spacing.
All right.
I am at your disposal, Ms. Parvati.
I don't see. You can do that.
Goodness. One minor bone to pick I have with this game is that all of the companions, when you talk to them on the ship, have this dialogue option to dismiss them from your game.
Right.
And it's always highlighted because you've never selected it. And I have multiple times just about gone to press X on it because it's highlighted.
I imagine you can. That probably lets you back out of it. Like I was just kidding.
Yes. Hopefully
that
that's
would
the
not
case.
be a one. But yeah, I also have almost done that a few times.
Hopefully that is the case.
Yeah.
But you never know. Here's my captain's.
Try to get up into the captain's quarters and shoot it up.
Quarters. You can decorate your quarters with spoils of your previous missions.
Really?
Yeah.
How did you do that?
It just happens.
Oh, okay.
Like I got this from that first mission with the deserters on.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense.
Around Edgewater.
Yeah.
It just sort of happens.
You might want to consider changing your clothes more often.
Okay. Thanks. I just wanted to roam around the ship a little bit because it's kind of got that Mass Effect-y, KOTOR-y kind of vibe to it.
Yeah, I the first few times on the ship, I wandered around and got a lay of the land, but have not really done so since.
Really?
Haven't really felt the need to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't spend a ton of time here. There's maybe a little less dialogue with your companions than I would like, but there is some.
But you can also get that when you're out in the field.
Yes,
You know, when they're part of your party, you can.
But you'll find them interacting with each other here some. So
okay.
there's some more kind of conversations to have that way. I really like Sam. He is the sanitation robot turned combat robot.
Scanning for C2547. Grade rated contaminants. Thank you, customer. Sam, merciless on germs.
I like his voiceover.
I bet he would be fun in a combat situation, but I have not taken him out.
Oh, let's take him out.
By 12
What do you say?
corrugated steel box. Did you know SAM units are capable of equipping regulation-grade flamethrower nozzles?
All right. We've got our ship and crew. This is probably 20-ish hours into the game.
Oh, all right.
I rolled back a few saves, so I'd kind of know what we were up to. But I've got a bunch of quests here. Why don't we go pop off a side quest real quick?
Sure.
First, just so people can see some of the combat and so forth, such as I have built my character at this point in the game. I don't want to step out of the airlock into the dead of space. We're going up here.
Yeah, so instead of, one big old landmass, it's broken up into planets and stations and such.
Yeah, that's where the game feels a lot more Mass Effect-y to me than Fallout-ish.
Yeah.
In that you've got your ship and your crew, and you can kind of go from place to place, and each location is pretty condensed.
Yeah,
and not.
I don't know that I would call them small per se,
small,
but it's like they are
focused
and packed full of content. You're like, you get there and they don't waste a lot of the space.
No. So how about we'll take the scumbag priest and the robot.
Sure.
On this trip.
I have not been here yet.
No. Okay. I've done this whole thing already, so we'll just kind of dabble a little bit.
I didn't have I had like a quest to go here, but it seemed like the other quests were more important, so I went to Monarch first.
Okay.
And have done all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so I still have like the first quest for this area sitting in my log, like,
wow,
I'll get
okay.
there.
So we've done things in a pretty different order.
Yeah.
Because I did everything here before, and I just got to Monarch last night.
Okay. That explains why you kept saying you were just about to get to Monarch, and I'm like, man, how much have you played? Like,
I was just about to get to Monarch for about 4 days or something.
Yeah.
Because I just kept doing everything else I could find before I went there. Because it's clear that's the next major step in the storyline.
Right.
And I just kind of wanted to clean stuff up first. So yeah, you're.
See, that's the thing. I feel like I cleaned up all my side quests except for the one that sent me here, because it seemed like, that's I'll get there eventually. There'll probably eventually be a main quest that leads me here, so I'll go there then. And
I mean, I'm also being amazingly thorough.
Yeah.
Like I'm kind of scouring every bit of each map that I encounter. So I'm here looking for a dude who's supposed to be delivering medical supplies to the big space station of the system. So we should find him. But first, I'll go up here. So, I mean, you know this because you've been playing this game.
Yeah.
But at any time, you do this.
Oh yeah.
And slow down time, which comes in super handy.
That's what they've done here instead of just having VATS.
Yeah. I find it a lot more entertaining than VATS because it's a lot more free form.
Yeah.
You're not
I like it as well.
You're not just selecting a cursor between body parts. You're just straight up playing the game.
And are you still playing on hard?
Yes, I am on hard here, which I think is, if you're looking for a challenge out of this type of game, the way to go.
Yeah, I've been playing on normal, and I got over a hump a few hours in where the game suddenly became quite easy.
Yes, I've heard that from enough people that's what made me put it on hard. Let me make sure I've got what I want here. I do not. Oh, I didn't bring a melee weapon. Bummer. Okay, well, we'll make it work. I'm playing, it is very much your standard sort of like, put points into, strength, dexterity, perception, like it's a full-on RPG. And then specialize in like melee or ranged or stealth or dialogue. or engineering,
Managed to take down a
Hacking.
all that stuff. So I'm kind of going like combo like stealth and ranged for the most part. But
But
stealth,
as you do not have a melee weapon,
company freighter doing on Scylla.
well, so you still get stealth bonuses for your opening shot.
Traveling primal show.
Someone was dumb enough to trap themselves in a ship with a load of primals? What the
So when you put it into slow-mo, tactical time dilation, and if you've skilled up enough, you can see like different spots on the person, confer different effects.
yeah,
So especially on hard, that comes in pretty handy.
right. That execute
Yeah.
seems like it would be.
That's not usually well, it depends on the enemy.
Well,
this
yeah.
guy is low enough that it might be. Yeah, he's just dead.
Nice.
Did I just bloody mess him?
You did? Well,
Wow. Well, if I planned this better, I could.
you would have had another guy.
Yep. Okay, well, that's
Yeah.
something. Whoa. Oh, I can't see. Oh, I'm trapped. There's my robot doing his cleaning thing.
Okay.
I'm about to die. I'm totally dead. Getting stuck in that corner was rough. I'm
Yeah.
not quite sure how that happened.
Great. Great.
Let's try that again. Like, it's definitely still not a cakewalk, even where I'm at. I've spec'd quite a bit toward survivability. So I'm
Just
like,
in terms of perks you're taking and stuff like that. I know those
Yeah.
perks for like, you get bonus health on kill.
yeah. So like, I get some health and some time slowdown back every time I kill somebody. I've been buffing companion health and damage and stuff like that. But let's give that another shot. Not backed into a
Where it's like
corner.
on normal, I haven't really had to care about that stuff too much. Like the companions die, and I'm like, hey, whatever, it's fine.
Sometimes
Man, some of these checkpoints.
some of the checkpoints are not the most intelligent, unfortunately.
Yeah. Load times on top of load times. For
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah. I really want to try the PC version of this.
that. Yeah.
When it launches, I'm going to download that to Game Pass. Do I understand you don't get it out of the Windows Store now? You get it out of that new Xbox app?
I believe
Game
that,
Pass?
I want to say that they're both like the Game Pass app is really just kind of a
Just a front end.
subset of the Windows Store. You might be able to do it either way, but I don't know for sure.
Okay.
That Game Pass app or the new Xbox app, whatever it is, that stuff's fine. Yeah, I've really, really been enjoying this game.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It is
yeah,
so
I
much
like you. I feel like I've been trying to wring as much as I can out of every area.
Yeah.
Vacuum them up.
You should hard.
5 meters without stubbing your toe in a loose.
Oh, man.
You should hard
I
save
will.
before this fight.
I will. To put things in perspective, like that's how I had to play the first 5 or so hours of this game, was hard saving before every fight.
Oh, sure.
Because it's pretty brutal. But once you start getting more armor and better weapons,
Yeah,
and your
yeah.
perks and all the relevant stuff.
You level up in engineering, and you can repair and upgrade your armor.
Yeah. Still didn't bring a melee weapon.
Actually, I guess you can do that no matter what, but if your engineering is higher, you can repair your armor in the field without going to a
Yes, I have that.
terminal. But yeah.
I have that. I also took a perk that makes weapons and armor degrade way, way slower.
Oh, yeah. I think Guy may have taken that one as well.
4.99% of germs dead.
He's way into cleaning. All right. Let's
You managed to take down a freighter this big.
do this a little more tactically this time. Name. I can weaken him. In a sensitive area.
One order of
Pop my companion abilities here.
coming up.
So you're manually triggering those abilities
Yes.
left and right on the D-pad.
Yes.
And those have cooldowns.
Never anger a man of the cloth.
I feel like all his one-liners for. I wish he had some more, but all his one-liners for when he does his ability are pretty good.
Amazing.
I believe there's one where it says, "Let me show you something I learned in prison."
Yes, that's a good one.
Big fan.
My favorite has been, what was it? He busted out, "I'll take your confession now" to a robot sentry. I found to be hilarious. I find it to be a really funny game. Whoop. In general, oh, that hurts. Oh no, I need I've got this shotgun modded to be good against robots because it shoots electricity now.
recycled back to industrial stain.
Just can't stop talking about cleaning.
Yeah. He's a cleaning robot.
That's right.
He's cleaning these guys up for you.
That's right. All right, we did it.
I like that there's some pretty good, your companions are usually pretty good about saying that was the last of them and letting you know when you're out of combat, which is great.
Yep. That's quite well done. It's a lot of looting.
Yeah, I've started breaking down weapons instead of picking them up almost exclusively.
Oh, can you do that?
Yeah, you can like hold L3 right there and just break it.
I like sell stuff.
I've not been selling a lot of stuff. I've just been breaking stuff down.
Do you have a lot of money?
I've got like 20,000-ish.
Like I hit over 40.
Okay, yeah.
At a point.
I mean, I have not had a problem with money, but I also haven't been using the vending machine much at all.
Here is a good example of things you can find to decorate your ship.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they're around. They exist.
And that automatically decorates, right?
Yeah, that'll just go. Everything just goes in a place.
Interesting.
So
you don't know that I found any of that.
You don't have to put it up. I think some of them just come from story events.
Okay.
But others you find. Huh. Rapid Sprat, huh?
Now, if it's rabid, it'll attack you, so you better
I
smoke that
know. Oh, where did it go?
Sure.
Oh, that's great.
You got some enemies off to the right, it looks like.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I happen to know that there is a mega creature afoot. Well, there was last time I came here, I don't know. Maybe there's a random spawns.
No, it's just one of those fucking guys.
That's right, Sam.
Clean them up.
Do it, Sam.
All right.
Oh my god, this game's so dumb. In the best way. Weird. There was a mega sprat last time I came through here, and it's not here. That's fine. Whatever. Let's go tend to our appointed rounds. I just wanted to come up here and fight some people.
Okay.
That's not actually where the quest is.
This is a nice looking area.
Yeah, it's pretty different. A lot of the early stuff you're on is just very Earth-like.
Yeah.
There's only 2 planets in this system that are inhabited, but you go to multiple locations on those 2 planets, so there is some variety, but they do look kind of terrestrial, let's say.
Right, yeah, for sure.
This is one of the more exotic places that you go. That is a massive terraformer.
Oh, yeah.
There's some fiction about that you get into, which is cool. Robots.
I hate robots.
Yeah. You know, there's a bunch of damage types. There's like corrosive that's good against armor, and shock, which is good against robots. In-ray, which is like radiation, which is bad against robots.
Processing data.
Wait, no. I believe that's that's a barrel of radiation.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken. Let's stagger this robot.
Yes, stagger that flying combat drone.
And then, yeah, I'm not very close to this guy, but sure.
Sterling is this unit's middle name. Substance is resistant to cleaning efforts.
That didn't do much.
Yeah.
I've had quite enough of you!
It's this priest fucking slow motion turning around with his shotgun. Just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are we going here? I believe it's, due south.
They've got some perks in there that give you good benefits when you're alone.
Yeah, I noticed that.
That made me wonder, maybe I should try playing this game with no companions.
The game seems like it presents itself as very clearly catering to multiple playstyles.
Yeah.
Yeah, like most of the perks are just ways to kind of make the game easier in various ways. It's like more health,
right,
or more slowdown, or like less encumbrance, or fast travel while encumbered, or science weapons do more damage. They all just sort of enhance existing playstyles. But yeah, one of those is like there's a handful of perks in here that are just here, get these bonuses when nobody's with you. Or get bonuses when you have people with you. That stuff feeds into that stuff really well. I really like the skill system. You're putting points into categories here. So you're putting points into melee or ranged or dialogue or stealth, not individually into sneak or persuade.
Well, until you get to 50.
Or long guns, yeah, that's where I'm going. That's where I'm going with this. Up
yeah.
until you hit 50, that's the case, and then you have to specialize. And each
Yeah,
one
which
of
I thought
these-
was a nice way to handle it.
It lets you broadly invest in different categories and get a lot of benefit early on before you have to start making more difficult trade-offs.
Yeah, like early through, it seems like through the first like half of the game or something like that, you'll be able to, you'll be able to engineer most things and hack most doors and do this.
So it's great because...
But then later on, it's like, okay, if you didn't actually put the rest of the stuff into hack, you're not there anymore.
Exactly. Like right now, I can pretty handily use any gun I pick up, right?
Yeah.
But then later on, I might want to just go long guns or something. And then, every 20 points in a category, you unlock a new effect, some of which are extremely useful, some of which less so, but there's a lot there.
I wish, defense seems ambiguous. Like, you'd think if you put points into defense, you would just take less damage.
Yeah.
But it really seems like it's just focused on dodge and block, which I don't necessarily...
And like status effects being mitigated and stuff like that.
I don't necessarily block or dodge all that often.
I don't either, because I'm not playing melee, and that's fine. I mean, you get more health every time you level. That's how they deal with health, and then armor is just, it's armor.
Right.
Like you just want good armor.
Yeah. And there's a mod system where you can put mods onto guns to, make it shoot shock ammo or put a different sight on it, or mod the armor to have a better carry. Yeah, there you go, carrying capacity.
I've got carrying capacity and like dialogue and leadership skills on this armor, which is fun. There are also some like named weapons that are extra good.
Yeah.
I'd highly recommend tracking down Old Reliable on the first planet if you're playing on hard or above. That thing saved my ass. I ended up turning off the floating objective indicators.
Oh, and just going with the mini-map?
Yeah, because I like to just explore and find stuff. I found that to be a little more interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, by default, it'll hover that in the world.
Yeah. Oh, hey. It's always nice to level off of discovering a location.
Hey, outlaw. You didn't have to shoot me down if you wanted an autograph.
Shut up now, and you might get out of this alive. Can we hurry this up? I want that ship gutted before the primals find us.
Okay.
I have to save this dude. Okay, that's their leader. I'm gonna purple you. Wow. Man, they just smoked that guy.
Yeah.
In the name of the law.
So you can like shoot him in the leg, and then they kind of get fucked up, and then I can...
Well, that's you blinded him to death.
Yep.
I hope you're happy.
That's right. Man, his companions are just kind of going off.
Yeah.
I have not used either of these guys that much in combat, and they both seem quite good.
Yeah.
Amazingly.
Tremendous work, friend. Here I was readying a daring maneuver, and you've come and saved me the trouble.
Well, this guy seems like he sucks.
Yeah.
Elevated heart rate, dilated pupils, increased sweat production. Subject appears to be terrified.
I'm not terrified, you bucket of bolts. That's victory sweat. The one and only.
I do appreciate that they're the one square-jawed, dashing space captain, Buzz Lightyear type dude in this game is completely inept and needed saving.
It's a real Ratchet and Clank situation.
Yeah.
I wager she told you to say that, the sly old bird.
I forgot. Last time I came here, I brought a lady from the big space station who knew this guy. They had clear history.
Oh.
So that was a completely different conversation from this.
These Automex are coming, and sending a hired stooge to rescue me from certain peril only furthers my delay. No offense. Magnificent. And do please give Wanda my chilliest regards.
I'm tempted to smoke this guy.
Smoke that guy.
What do you think?
Why not? It's not your real save. Who cares?
No, it's absolutely not.
See if you can even.
So I was going to say, I can think of one NPC in this entire game that you can't kill that I've encountered so far. Everybody else appears to be disposable. Sorry, dude, you kind of suck.
Mess with us. Clean, mean, and ready to...
What's he got on him?
Nothing!
Yeah.
Worthless.
He's a piece of garbage.
Yeah, that sucks. Can't even mess with the ship. I just mostly wanted to see if that was even possible, because I've been in like major story situations where I was, I didn't save this as my real progress. I just wanted to mess around, but like every time I've tried to kill like a major pivotal character, it has totally worked. And often that seems to be a valid way to resolve different quests.
Yeah, it makes me kind of wonder, like, what's a playthrough of this look like where you are just that psychopath that is just not even starting the conversations in the first place.
Right. Yeah, later in this video, I want to try some stuff to really just like flip the table on what they've got you doing, because that would be very easy to do right now.
Yeah.
Like they basically give you options over and over. Like they really don't want you to miss them, to betray the people you're working for.
Yeah.
And side with the asshole space corporations.
Hey, maybe the corporations aren't so bad.
That would be very easy to do, and I kind of want to try it just to see what happens before we get out of here. There's one other thing I want to go take a look at over here. Oop. Well, let's just deal with this. What else we got? Oh no. Anybody else? One thing that I didn't know until a loading screen tooltip told me is that if you notice, your meter barely moves.
Right.
When you're not moving or shooting, like you've got a ton of time to just sit here and observe. It's only when you shoot or move around that you really need to worry about your time stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. You really can kind of plot things out if you so desire.
Yeah.
Which is good, if you're not like a first-person shooter player.
Yeah, totally.
You can fall back on that stuff a little bit more than other players might.
Yep.
Good news, customer. All germs and contaminants have been neutralized.
Thanks.
I like the robot.
He's pretty good.
I like the robot, but I feel like, so much of the cool companion stuff has been taking the companions into an area where they know people and the conversations that come from that. And I feel like the robot might not have that.
Not so much.
Maybe there's an area of the game where he specifically specializes in that way, but...
Detected. Body odor detected. Ear mites detected.
Looks abandoned, but looks can be deceiving.
Okay, I should pay attention to what I'm doing. Oop. So much for stealth.
Mode activated.
Oh boy, this guy's got a lot of health.
Nice hit! Don't let go! I'll take your confession now!
I don't think that robot's gonna...
We're not getting through!
Oh god, that robot, it just occurred to me that Sam is incredibly good against robots because robots are all armored. And he shoots corrosive.
He's all corrosive.
Oh, hey! I've gotten hit with a lot of plasma. So this will happen fairly frequently for me. I don't know if it's difficulty dependent.
I've gotten 3 or 4 of them over the course of the game.
That's about the same as me.
And it's from stuff like, because I don't care about fall damage, so I'm just jumping off stuff all the time.
Yeah.
And so I'll get I got one from that was like, hey, your legs are fucked. You want agility -1, reward 1 perk point or whatever.
Yeah.
I've not taken any of the flaws because on normal, I feel like, I just haven't really liked most of the perks. Like none of them have seemed that vital to be worth some of those penalties. But also, I feel like they could spell out those penalties a little bit better in some cases.
Yeah,
some of them are a little situational, like if you're fighting this type of enemy or if you're up high, is what the implication was on one of them, which I thought was a little What does up high mean in the context of this game?
Yeah, the perks have been pretty crucial for me, obviously, just because I've been dying a lot more.
Yeah, yeah.
I actually have 2 perk points because I leveled up earlier. I found this to be pretty useful. Also, that opens up that.
Yeah. You have skill points as well to spend.
Yeah, we'll do that in a second. We're about to get off world. There's just one more thing I wanted to do here. But yeah, that one I just took lights up everything you can pick up or interact with from a lot further away.
Yeah. Maybe that's why you found some more of the ship decorating items, because I have not taken that perk yet.
Possible. I just wanted to come pick this up.
Oh, yeah.
Which I have not tried in my normal game yet. A lot of good writing in the terminals. There's a lot of good writing in general. This game is very well written.
Yeah, I like it quite a bit.
I highly recommend digging into that stuff. You know, not the most interesting thing to watch. Oops. But just we'll see if I can find somebody to hit with this thing real fast. This is a science weapon. Mm-hmm. Science weapons, I don't know how many you found are unique. And goofy.
And they seem to have... Well, I don't know if it's all of them or just the ones I've gotten so far, but like the DPS on them seems deceptively low.
Yeah.
In a way that you look at something and see the 73 and you're just like, well, I'm not going to use that. I've got other things that do 630.
Right.
Or over 1,000 in some cases. So, but the hammer that I've been using for most of the game that has been in the 70s to like, I tinkered it up to like a low 100. When I charge that thing up and like hold down the button to charge up a strong attack, it does 1,000 points of damage in one swing, and it just is murderous.
Yeah,
murderous. So it's.
Let's go ahead and get off world.
All right.
I don't want to fight these primals; they're pretty rough. Yeah, the science weapons, from what I've seen, all have unique effects, like kind of ridiculous ones. Like there's a shrink ray that makes the enemies tiny.
It's like frickin' Duke Nukem over here. I've not seen the shrink ray. Does it work well? Is it
really?
Cool? Is it a cool effect?
That's the first one I got. It's okay. It doesn't work as well as you might want.
Yeah.
Well, it works fine, but they don't stay shrunk. That's the thing. You kind of have to keep hitting them with it.
If they are shrunk, can you run over and step on them or anything like that? Is there any kind of...
Not that I've seen, but I mean, they really don't stay shrunk. I mean, they last for like 2-3 seconds before you have to hit them again. So you have required colorful lights, so that went up somewhere in the ship.
New parts? Last weekend's crossword puzzle? Preferably not already filled out this time.
Let's go to the game's big space station, shall we?
All right.
This is the planet you start on. There are multiple locations per planet, so you do get some variety that way. And I think every one of these icons will have at least one mission on it eventually. That's how it's been so far.
I would assume so. It'd be silly to put something like the game seems pretty tight.
Yeah, it's not huge, but there's plenty of content. But like this was here, but I don't think it had a name on it.
Right.
Until I got a quest that sent me there. So I assume all of these will become open at some point. But some of those locations are pretty small. I'm kind of surprised how much the developers have been out there saying like, this is like kind of a little bit of a smaller experience, a little more focused, meant to be played multiple times, but like trying to get out in front of people, I guess, who expect it to be like 100 to 120 hour Bethesda style epic.
Right. But it's still 20-ish to 30-ish, and that's a general guideline. I feel like you could spend 40 or 50 hours with this thing.
Easily.
Yeah, I feel like on one playthrough, just playing through all the side stuff.
I feel like it doesn't track your time, but I would guess I'm at least 30 hours in, and I just got to the second major planet. The reason I bring that stuff up is to say I think there is plenty of content and stuff to do in this game.
Well, keep in mind when you start talking about a game like Skyrim and stuff like Fallout, you end up in situations where you've got like some people that spent thousands of hours with those games and mods and all this other stuff.
It's not that.
And maybe I don't know what if this game will be moddable on PC. I have no idea. That'd be interesting, I guess.
I think I've seen figures like 40 to 50 hours to do everything floating around.
I could see it. Like I said, I have not finished the game either, but I've done most of that second major planet that you have not.
Yeah.
And I'm about to go do I think all the side stuff that you've been doing instead.
Yeah. But there have been so many ways to resolve major situations that I absolutely want to go back and tinker with this game again.
Hey, go around the side, the back way into here. Because I think the way they handle this restricted area stuff is really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I did not do it this way. I talked my way in here from the front in my game.
Oh. See, I thought for sure as soon as they were like clearing customs, I'm like, well, there's got to be another way in. I'm not going to clear customs.
Yeah. No, you can eventually sweet talk them into just letting you in the front door.
But yeah, you find ID cartridges that basically work with a holographic projector that you have. So when you enter areas like this, you start looking like someone who is supposed to be there.
Yes, but only if you have that cartridge.
Right, and
like
so
I've got the guard.
And so if you turn around and look at your companions, they are now dressed up.
They're also. Oh, they can come with you. Okay, I told them to wait outside.
Oh,
just stand there and look important.
They can definitely come with you.
But yeah, so this is only the second time I've done this. I haven't had a lot of opportunities so far.
Yeah.
But yeah, like every time you move, your little disguise meter is draining down there.
So if you run, it drains faster and that sort of stuff. And if it empties out, someone will come up to you and go, "Who the fuck are you?" And you have to basically clear a speech check.
Yeah.
And one of those 3 pips on the right will then expire after you clear the speech check.
Yeah.
And you will then be good again for another meter drain.
Yeah. I made it. No hacking or lockpicking mini games, which I think is the right choice.
Yeah, they're just like, hey, you need to have X number of picks to get through this. The number might be 0 depending on your stats.
Yeah. So this needs 30 lockpick skill, which I obviously have way more than. And I have an ability that if it's, I forget what the
if it's a 1, then it's a 0.
Yeah, there's a certain threshold where it doesn't even take lockpick items anymore. But that's it. You just, and there's a time associated with the lockpick, but that's it.
There it is. Just like the bride.
All right. This has been a side quest for one of the companions to get in here and get this data cartridge, which I have just gotten, which is exciting.
Now that we have the
There's some stuff in there too, I think.
Oh, I try not to steal from, I don't think so in here.
Just steal from the corporation, it's fine.
No, this is the neutral territory.
Oh.
This is, Groundbreaker is the...
Well, these are,
Groundbreaker is the family run...
You're basically in the police station.
Yeah, I know, but they hate the corporate, they hate the board here big time. Yeah. So yeah, if I walk out here, everybody's gonna... Nobody's happens to be looking at me, except now this guy is.
What do you think you're doing?
I've got a lot of points in dialogue, so this is not a problem. Oh, these are generic, huh? These are not tailored to the situation.
I don't want any trouble out of you.
Yeah, so I've got my disguise back.
Yeah.
Have you ever burned all 3?
No, I've not.
Yeah, you kind of just want to get in and out and do your business as fast as possible.
I think that system's really cool.
It's neat. It's a neat idea. So here's the major space stations, kind of a hub, kind of the hub, I guess, in the game. You meet a lot of companions here, pick up a lot of quests, and so on and so forth. Trying to remember who I just did that quest for.
Keep hanging around, and I'll begin to think.
Just love the doctor smoking in the exam room.
What can I do for you?
Right, I forgot I killed him. Right.
Oh my. I suppose the man
didn't make it.
himself in a spot he couldn't weasel out of. What a shame.
Oh wow, so I still got quest completion credit for that.
Yeah, that's a resolution of sorts.
I'll miss him. I'll leave it at that. Thank you for bringing me.
That's what I love about this game, and I know it's not the first RPG to do this, but I never played New Vegas, so I've got less Obsidian experience than most people. But it's just incredibly reactive to everything you do. Like the quest scripting is robust enough that they've just accounted for so many different possibilities and written so much dialogue to go along with it. That's one of the companions. Do you have her?
I do.
Okay.
I have all of them now.
She's pretty good.
Yeah.
She's great on the space station because she knows everybody. Because she's a pirate doctor.
The companion you get on Monarch knows everybody on Monarch.
Okay,
so it's a similar situation.
Yeah. I just met her. I have not picked her up yet. Trying to think what else to do here.
Yeah, there's an import-export business you take some jobs for here. There's a bunch of different stuff going on. Yeah.
I've been doing basically you do a ton of work to just earn creds, or excuse me, bits. Because ultimately I need to buy a counterfeit nav key from this lady.
Sitting down for tea.
Which I'm going to do right now.
Fantastic. Do be careful with it.
You're basically trying to get to a planet that is under embargo, like trade embargo. The corps have it blockaded.
Lilia Hagen in the sublight offices.
So this is the only way I can get there.
You'll love her. Now, was there?
Oh yeah, and now that you have the nav key, the import-export lady will give you a job.
Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me.
I'm gonna go talk to her.
No. I don't know. It's another quest. Yeah. I don't know that we'll do it in this video.
No problem.
But yes, in your actual playthrough, yes, you should absolutely pick up all the quests.
All the characters have been very interesting.
Yeah.
All the writing is very sharp.
Energy. We'd best top off our ammo stock before we leave.
Great, sure. I don't know, like doing this video is kind of frustrating because I want people to have the experience that I've had with this game.
Yeah.
Which is incredibly fun, going around and talking to everybody and like exploring and getting into all these ridiculous situations and RPGing my way through them. But obviously we can't show all of that stuff off in one video.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think, do you want to go, now that you can go to Monarch, do you want to go to Monarch, or do you want
to go to Monarch?
Or do you just want to go in here and do the thing that I think you were alluding to?
That's what I really want to do.
Okay.
Let's just make a hard
Let's just do that. This game is good. This is going to be a story thing that I don't know that...
Well, kind of. It's an option. It's not even a story
it's not even
thing.
necessarily, it's not a main story thing, but...
It's an option
So
you have.
I guess we never even talked about the setup. You are unfrozen from a colony ship by a guy who turns out to be the most wanted criminal in the universe.
Yes, I'm just going to...
Specifically because he's, trying to find this colony ship and unfreeze these guys, I think. The corporations hate him.
Yeah, basically there was a 100,000 strong ship full of frozen colonists on the way to the system, and it somehow fell out of light speed. And the board decided it was not worth it was not profitable to go retrieve the ship. So instead they decided to leave it adrift for all time in interstellar space, which I feel like is one of the most dark things I've ever heard. So he shows up and busts you out.
It's a very Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy sort of thing.
Yes. So he shows up. I came back here because this is, I believe,
Space adventuring is tiring work.
an opportunity to talk to him.
Welcome back, Captain. Now that you have acquired a nav key to Stellar Bay, would you like me to contact Dr. Wells?
Well done. You'll love Monarch. Exotic climate, violent native species, fascinating culture, really. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker.
He has a space station. You can just go there whenever you want.
I've not been there yet.
Have you not been there?
No.
That's where you get the shrink ray.
Yeah, I know it's there. I've seen...
Those chemicals to revive the Hope's colony.
I think the former captain of this ship has logs about the shrink ray.
Okay.
Things right. If we don't put a stop to the board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch.
This guy is a bit of a subversive, a bit of a revolutionary.
Yeah.
Oh, I've tried. I haven't been able to get through to him at all. Silence from the system's own information.
The game just offers a fantastic range of choice for completing quests in different ways.
Could be any
pretty much from the very first step of the main quest.
Period of copious drinking, a severe case of the sleeping sickness. Better to be sure than to resort to conjecture.
Ton of options about who you side with and in what way and to what degree.
Of a skilled guy.
And a lot of that stuff you can kind of turn on a dime if you so desire.
Yes.
But it puts you to some interesting choices. Usually at the end of sequences, like, okay, you've been working for everybody here, but now what are you gonna do? Help these guys or help these guys?
Right. And again, the game is, like I said, accounts for enough different situations.
Yeah.
That.
Or in some cases, help neither of them and split.
Or pull out a gun and shoot everybody.
Yeah.
And potentially loot the item you need off of the person you were trying to negotiate with.
Mm-hmm.
It just generally feels like they thought of all that stuff, right?
Yeah, I haven't run into too many situations where I felt like I was outsmarting it or doing a thing that was not accounted for or whatever. I think that interaction you just did buying that nav key was a situation where she sends you off to do a bunch of quests that I thought that when I got back, she would be like, hey, you did all that for me and now here's the nav key.
Right.
But it turns out it's like, you did all that for me and now you have enough money to buy the nav key. And which I thought was a little weird.
It seems like it very much in the spirit of the game. Like, she still charges you the full fee.
Right, yeah, yes.
The choice is basically just, do you sell all that stuff you did to her for the money to buy the thing, or you can also sell it to other people, or do other things with it.
Right,
That's yet another example of just all the different options you have for solving major beats of the story. So the Halcyon Corporation is the conglomerate that runs this system. And wants to track down that scientist very badly.
This is Halcyon News.
Oh, weird.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertising.
And this guy is their liaison on this space station. He's a real asshole.
Do you have what it takes to...
How do you do? How might I assist you?
But I love that practically every time you ever interact with anybody who is affiliated with the board, you just have the option to turn him in at any time. And I'm really curious to see what happens if we do that.
Well, let's do it.
What?
I feel like even these could yield different results based on like this. They might just pay me for this.
Right.
Let's try this one.
She's fantastic. Very dependable. Quite unlike that stubborn Tennyson woman. An apprehension of this caliber would be tremendous for my career. I would send you straight away to my superiors in Byzantium, but... just a teensy one.
Byzantium, I assume, is probably the last place you're going to go in the game. It's kind of like the gilded city of the aristocracy.
The thing is, I needed money. A lot of money.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I didn't want to hear this guy's life story.
I might have pawned my official board seal to Gladys, the black market fence here on the Groundbreaker. I can't authorize the...
That's funny that they even have a quest around fucking...
So I was going to say, like, that's what I expect of this game now, is there are multiple people you can turn Phineas into.
Right.
And I'm not surprised to see that every one of them appears to have, like, a unique little quest offshoot that goes along with that, right?
If you want to hand Phineas over to the board. Though, it might surprise you.
And of course, this asshole wants you to go do a favor for him before he'll let you do a favor for him.
Yeah.
There's no call for that kind of talk. Fine. You see, I really do need that seal. Rather desperately, actually. I can't grant you access to Byzantium without it.
Oh, wow.
If the board learned of my foolishness, why, by the law, they...
Yeah, I guess if you turn him in, maybe they just send you straight there.
I wonder. But also, I wonder if you can get this seal and then fuck this guy over.
The board isn't even the
Like, he's told you that the seal exists. You theoretically have a quest to get it back.
Yeah.
And then I wonder if you can just say, all right, dude, fuck off. I've got your seal, and now I'm talking to the board.
Like
right.
Salvage throw me down the waste disposal shaft. A spicy little pickle.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a totally different quest than I certainly don't have anything like that right now.
Yeah,
in my real playthrough.
So I wonder if, you could string this dude along just enough to get that seal, and then I wonder what you could do with that once you get it.
Right.
Like, presumably, you could get up to some shit with it. Like, it almost seems worth doing, that potentially is worth doing even if you're not going to turn him in.
I wonder if she just sells that seal.
Well, he said it was going to the highest bidder, so... I wonder if that seal's in that safe.
Oh, I bet it is.
Late.
Huh.
I found out.
Oh, I think you're right, because I've checked the quest items she has for sale.
No, there's a separate dialogue option for...
Oh, shit. I totally...
For the
so
seal.
she does sell these quest items. These feed into other quests that you can optionally...
Yeah, I did those as part of the... Or one of those relates to the stuff you do to earn money to buy the stuff.
Oh, wow, yeah. I wonder if you can just bypass him.
See the lights. Taking a show or two at the infamous Bijou. Could be a treat if you like that kind of thing. All right, I'll sell it to you. But it's gonna cost you dear.
I shouldn't have bought that nav key. Oh, come on. Chump change.
Well, ain't that peachy? You enjoy that stamp, you understand? And don't you dare use it responsibly.
Yeah, she's all right.
Yeah.
Anything else? Anytime.
Yeah, that's cool, because Byzantium, if you're aligned with Phineas, that's the last place you want to go right now.
Right.
But it seems like maybe the sequence of everything you do in the game just changes at this point if you... Because that is very much not what my next quest is at the moment. Well, what could we do with that?
I mean, you could go give it back to him.
On government documents.
So maybe you can't go there. Maybe it's not. Oh, I wonder. Go back to the ship and see if you can. Because can you go there before, or is it?
No. It's a landing spot on Terra 2, which is the main planet. Byzantium is on the same planet as those other cities or those other towns. So not until you have like landing clearance.
Right. So the seal maybe doesn't give you that.
Let's have a private chat.
Yeah.
How do you do? Huh. How am I?
You know who I am.
Oh my law. Now then, I just have to apply the seal here.
Oh, they just gave it right up.
So, and ta-da. Here are the forms you'll need once you reach Byzantium.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and a nav key so your ship can travel there. Those authorization forms will let you speak with Sophia when you arrive.
Dude, that's awesome. That is a really wild amount of variation in the course of the game. Because Byzantium is absolutely not our next destination if you're doing the main Phineas quest.
Best of luck to you, and thank you again. Give my regards to the Unreliable.
It's a whole lot of XP.
Yeah. Wow, yeah. Well, I mean, we just sold out our benefactor.
Yeah.
Also, I...
Smoke everyone in this room.
Really want to know what's through here.
Smoke everyone in this room.
Oh, I didn't bring any companions. It's, Oh no. Okay, I'll give it a shot. I mean, if you really want me to just hedge my bets.
Do it.
Let's just play it safe here. You can also try out that thing. What am I doing?
No one can know about what happened in here.
No, definitely not. Make sure I get that full... Oops. I'll turn that on. Get that full stealth bonus. Oh, these guys have like no health. Oh, that's bad. Can't get out of the way, asshole. But are they shooting him?
Yeah, this might affect your reputation with the board.
Probably. Also, I want to try this. Oh, well, I just...
Look at all these hotkey cards you're getting.
What is happening to this guy?
That's one of your dialogue things procced.
What the
Oh, shit.
Oh, he's frozen. His head's shrinking.
What?
That was head's big.
Big head mode.
What the fuck?
Is it doing any damage? Oh, yeah, I guess it is. Huh?
I don't know.
Yeah, I was doing some.
This is the mandibular rearranger.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, that makes sense.
I picked it up in my game, and I never tried it before.
Yeah.
And now we know.
He's got key cards on him.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Elevator key card. What is that?
Open his terminal. Go read his terminal.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, because this guy handles ship impounds. That's... anything from the corporate... Oh, Alex Hawthorne. Oh, wow. Huh. Interesting. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay, well... I've been dying to know what's in here.
Nothing of value. There never is.
Just quarters.
Yeah. All right, what about...
This is Halcyon.
Oh, I think this is what I was looking for. I believe this is like a private chamber for use of... of the head of the board.
Oh, right, yes.
I think he tells you about that.
Yeah.
Just really wanted to... Oh, wow, yeah, look at this. Huh.
Nothing all that cool in here, though. Wait, what was on the table? Is there like a... That seemed like... Oh, never mind. I thought that might have been a key card or different object or something.
Oh, hey.
Little balcony.
So, yeah, there's nothing too mind-blowing there. I kind of just before we go?
I don't know that we should necessarily.
I mean, hey,
turn it all. Don't watch the rest of the video if you don't want to see what might be the last planet in the game, I guess.
Well, yeah.
Or maybe the first planet in the game, depending on how you play. Shit.
That's the thing. Like, you can turn Phineas in like 45 minutes into the game. So this could be the first planet in the game if you're doing that kind of playthrough. Yeah, this definitely seals it. I have got to go back and play this a second time. And see what all I can do differently.
Yeah.
Because this is extremely different.
And just the...
Well, I did not expect you back so soon, Captain.
Ability to murder so many story characters makes me wonder what this game looks like if you play it that way.
You mean just killing everybody in your path?
Yeah.
Like I initially did that, I didn't save it, but that very first story beat, the kind of the conflict between the shitty corporate middle manager in town and like the deserters who have taken off and established kind of a workers' commune. I just murdered the corporate boss at one point. And was able to just keep doing the quest without any issues. Yeah, that's wild, man. That they just straight up like shuffle around all the order of locations you go to and all that stuff.
But I wonder what this changes, like if the game is still, if this ends up being almost like a Far Cry joke ending style thing.
No,
you can turn them in and then it's kind of, the game kind of ends.
No, I think there are multiple endings and...
Okay.
I could be wrong, but my impression was that, because they showed us that when they came through with this game.
Oh, okay.
When we played it with the director. That you can straight up just betray Phineas right off the bat and have a very different game experience. Yeah, this is wild. We're here in the belly of the beast.
Not so fast.
Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk to her.
All right, you're clear. The adjutant's expecting you. Go on through.
I imagine they'll give you some outs here in terms of like whether you actually turn them in or not, right?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
It just seems like the sort of thing that like they're gonna give you every chance to like uncommit from some of these.
Yeah. So then what does that do to the game if I have kind of lied my way in here?
Well, it probably means that when it comes time for part of the game to send you to this area, and there's probably a quest around getting a nav key that you wouldn't have to do.
By the guards. Do you have an appointment? Of course. You're that curious spacer, Mr. Bedford.
What I mean is like...
Just a moment, please.
If we walk right up to the edge of the cliff here on turning in Phineas, and then we decide not to, if we find a way to talk our way out of it.
Right.
But then you go back to Phineas.
No, thank you.
Right.
Like, there's probably
This will take long.
a bunch of new writing that pops up because he knows that you've done this, right? Maybe not.
Yes, Hawthorne, or whoever you really are. I've been reading all about you. This dossier from Emerald Vale was especially engrossing. You know the location of Dr. Phineas Wells. I'm interested.
She's gonna make you do quests.
But I'm not yet sure I can trust your information.
I wonder if any of that is a reputation
I'm not inclined
thing,
to trust someone who approached me with a false
your reputation
identity.
with the board is...
Hawthorne. If you want me to trust you, help me solve a problem.
These people are idiots.
I have a job for you. One
All
of
you want to do
needs to be retired. I want you to carry it out.
Huh.
Rachel Lockwood.
Yeah, so there's like entire quest lines tied up behind this kind of other alternate
She's done some
playthrough.
sensitive work for us, but now
It seems like if you wanted to see the most in one playthrough, you could walk part way down this road to get quests like this, and then just not turn them in.
I hadn't even considered this.
We're gonna kill somebody without even knowing what they did wrong, if anything?
So now we're
Parvati is so pure of heart.
Bureaucrat?
Keep your associates in line, Captain. I expect them to follow your orders as you follow mine.
It seems like that never really turns into anything else. Like they will object, but it doesn't seem like there's like a plus minus
when you're finished.
meter with your companions.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but it hasn't
We've
seemed
hired
like that.
outside contractors before. There's another freelancer working this job. But he's been dragging his heels. Dependable and competent freelancers are hard to come by. For your own sake.
Now let's kind of...
Excellent. Percival will handle your paperwork for you.
That's crazy. I think you can sort by faction? No, maybe not.
Well, these are probably more like main quests, not
yeah,
faction
so
quests,
that is totally a main quest. Yeah, what in the world? Like, I guess I could go do this and then potentially still not rat him out?
Yeah.
Just indulge me before we end this. Oh god, this place is big. I really want to know if you go talk to Phineas now, if this comes up.
Yeah.
Like it has to. I've seen most like reviews came out for this, and most people seem to really like it. But I have seen a handful of people saying like, it doesn't really evolve the form of like this Bethesda, BioWare, Obsidian style of first-person RPG very much. But I think I'm fine with that because there is so much like craft and care in this.
And I think there's
this like sprawling matrix of possibilities of different things you can do.
There is still room for like a tight example of that style of game, and that so far it seems like what this is, and that's what's made me, really enjoy playing it. Is like I always like these kinds of games, but I think that the technical issues that so many of Bethesda's games have had have only gotten worse over time.
Yeah.
And that sprawling style, you end up with a lot of, they literally had procedurally generated quests and stuff in some of those games. And there is still craft there, but it's strewn about in such a way that you have to sift through a lot of other stuff to get to it.
It's kind of diluted.
So if you can tell me like, hey, we made one of those and distilled it down to where all the stuff is
worth doing,
pretty good and worth doing. Like, absolutely, man.
I haven't seen anything in this. I haven't seen or done anything in this game that wasn't interesting or rewarding or satisfying to do.
Like even the first side quest you get with the lunatic guy standing out. The first one I got, standing out in front of the factory or whatever that hates robots. And it's just like, you need to kill these mechanicals.
Oh man.
Like even that's all right.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. That's a bummer. He doesn't actually have anything new to say.
Well, he's not necessarily in the loop on what you've been doing.
Yeah, I was hoping they might have accounted for you wanting to come here and.
I think if anything, they kind of broke a little bit there when you showed up at Byzantium and they're like, oh, you're the guy that this guy's been talking, this guy told us about.
Yeah.
It's like, no, he didn't tell you shit because he got murdered. Well, I guess he would have time as you were going out and getting the seal. I guess maybe he could have contacted them and said, hey, I got a guy.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what though?
What?
The other captain, he had been talking to him about similar stuff.
Right.
So maybe.
Oh, yes.
So maybe they, except for she doesn't think you're Hawthorne.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess that's a no prize situation where you could. Sure. Can you hack your way in there with him and just shoot him?
In where?
In his little bubble in there?
I don't think
There's a door off to the right side.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Because he was the one guy I had in mind that. Oh, it's just straight up.
What about that? Okay.
He's the only guy I know of that you can't just kill. He is in that sealed room. Yeah, I don't think there's a way in there.
Okay.
He's the only NPC, and I guess now that lady, the lady that just gave me that quest in Byzantium, are the only two major NPCs I've seen so far that you can't just ice on command. I'm probably just going to keep playing through this with my kind of straight and narrow, like helping Phineas with his quest to overthrow the corpse.
Yeah.
Kind of playthrough. But seeing all that stuff just now, if nothing else, I will definitely go back and play it again on the other path. But it also just makes me wonder how much you can fiddle with that stuff along the way.
Right, yeah.
Like, what if I had not turned him in until later on,
Exactly, yeah.
How many different ways can this go?
Like, can you get up to the very end of the game and just be like, oh, let's go rat him out and do those quests? And and then flip over to this. That's
because there's a fair amount of stuff to do.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a very cool game. Yeah. I've been enjoying the hell out of it.
Same here.
I think it's really well written, quite funny in a lot of places. A lot of good quest names.
Yeah,
a lot of good quest names that sound like 50s sci-fi novels.
Right. Yeah.
This is probably the best quest name in the game, though.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
Yeah.
Like even that guy is pretty interesting.
Yes.
And he's just giving you like, conspiracy theory, I hate robot stuff.
Yeah.
But it's still well done enough that you're like, all right, yeah, it's still good.
This game's fantastic, unless you just hate that style of like Western first-person RPG.
Yeah.
You should totally play this game.
Totally.
Especially because you can play it for like $10 or less.
Yeah,
on Game Pass.
Put it on Game Pass is pretty wild. Yes. But it's on PS4, so this is the PS4 version.
PS4
Seems to run fine here.
Yep.
That's where I've been playing it as well.
Yep.
And no complaints on the tech end of things.
No problems at all.
But yeah, I'd be curious to see how it runs on a PC for sure.
Yep. And it's out later this week.
Cool. Thanks, Brad.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Thank you.